All right, listen up, you guys. You think you know New York City? Tourist traps, Times Square madness, $5 slices. Forget all that. And we're going deep off the beaten path. I'm talking hidden gems, secret spots, the real New York experience. And the best part, we're doing this on a budget. Yeah, you heard that right. You don't need a wad of cash to experience the soul of this city. We're talking cheap thrills, budget-friendly adventures, and memories that won't break the bank. Over the next 25 stops, we're going to hit up parks you've never heard of, museums that won't break the bank, and views that'll blow your mind, all without emptying your wallet. I'm talking about the kind of places locals try to keep secret, but hey, I'm feeling generous. So buckle up, grab your Metro card, and get ready to explore New York City like a true New Yorker. This is going to be epic. Let's go. First up, we're headed to the concrete jungle, but trust me, this is no ordinary jungle. This, my friends, is the elevated acre, a hidden oasis in the financial district. Imagine lush greenery, a secret garden floating above the bustling streets. It's the perfect escape from the city grind, a place to catch your breath. And the best part? It's totally free. From here, you get a killer view of the East River and the NYC skyline. Next up, we're traveling back in time. No DeLorean required. We're heading uptown to the Cloisters, a branch of the Metropolitan Museum of Art that feels like it was plucked straight out of medieval Europe. Imagine this. Soaring arches, tranquil gardens, and intricate tapestries, all nestled in a serene setting overlooking the Hudson River. It's like stepping into another world, a world far removed from the hustle and bustle of city life. Now, I know what you're thinking. Museums? Expensive, right? Not this time. The Cloisters has a pay-what-you-wish admission policy, which means you can experience this incredible piece of history without breaking the bank. Pro tip, visit during the week to avoid the crowds and really soak in the peaceful atmosphere. Trust me, this place is worth the trek uptown. It's the perfect spot to escape the city noise and immerse yourself in history and art. All right, guys, forget taxis, forget the subway. Experience New York City like never before. The Roosevelt Island Tramway, a fully functioning aerial tramway from Manhattan to Roosevelt Island. The views are insane. Panoramic views of the East River, Queensboro Bridge, and Midtown skyscrapers. Suspended in the air, it's like stepping into a moving postcard. All for just $2.75 with your Metro card. Pro tip, go at sunset. The light on the buildings, the reflection on the water, it's pure magic. Okay, I know what you're thinking. A cemetery for a fun day out? Hear me out, all right? Greenwood Cemetery isn't your average graveyard. It's a 478-acre oasis of history, art, and tranquility in Brooklyn. Grand mausoleums, winding pathways, and ancient trees. It's a national historic landmark. Final resting places of historical heavyweights like Leonard Bernstein. And the best part? Entry is free walking tours too. Learn crazy stories and secrets. It's about connecting with the past and finding peace. Plus, you can't beat free, right? All right, if you're looking for something truly unique, something off the beaten path, something that screams only in New York City, then buckle up, because the city Reliquary is about to blow your mind. This place is like a museum, but instead of dusty artifacts behind velvet ropes, it's packed with quirky, bizarre, and totally fascinating objects that tell the story of New York City in a way you've never seen before. We're talking old subway tokens, vintage toys, weird souvenirs, even a whole collection of Statue of Liberty memorabilia. It's like stepping into someone's crazy attic, but in the best way possible. Located in Williamsburg, it's only $7 to get in, but keep an eye out for their free admission days. Trust me, you'll be entertained for hours. This is one of those places that reminds you why you live in New York City. It's a celebration of the weird, the wonderful, and the downright strange, and it's a must-see for anyone who wants to experience the true spirit of the city that never sleeps. All right, guys, we're back in the concrete jungle, but this time we're going vertical. We're talking about the elevated acre, a hidden oasis in the financial district. Imagine this, surrounded by skyscrapers, you find a lush green park floating above it all. And the best part, it's totally free. Just pure urban tranquility, free of charge. Pack a sandwich, grab a drink, and escape the city grind. This is what New York's all about. Hidden gems that remind you the city's not just concrete and chaos. Incredible views of the East River, Brooklyn Bridge, and the Statue of Liberty. Tell your friends you found this secret spot hidden in plain sight. All right, you know I love discovering hidden gems in this city, right? We're heading uptown to a place that feels a million miles away from the hustle and bustle of Manhattan. The Cloisters, a branch of the Met Museum nestled in Fort Tryon Park. This isn't your typical museum experience. The Cloisters is like stepping back in time. Imagine medieval monasteries, beautiful gardens, and stunning views of the Hudson River. And the best part, it's pay what you wish entry. Buckle up. We're about to experience New York from a whole new perspective. Forget the subway. We're taking the Roosevelt Island Tramway. It's like a 2-minute vacation, soaring above the East River. And the best part, it's only $2.75 for less than a cup of coffee. You get this aerial adventure. Breathtaking views of the Manhattan Bridge, Chrysler Building, and Empire State Building. Try to go during sunset. The light reflecting off the East River is pure magic. All right, guys, this next spot is a little off the beaten path. We're talking about Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn. This place is more like an open-air museum than a graveyard. First off, this place is massive. 478 acres of hills, valleys, ponds, and paths. Famous New Yorkers like Leonard Bernstein are buried here. It's totally free to enter. A unique and peaceful escape from the city. You won't regret it. Okay, next up, we're heading to Williamsburg, Brooklyn to check out a place that is right up my alley, the City Reliquary. This is not your typical museum, all right? Forget stuffy exhibits and velvet ropes. This place is a celebration of all things weird, wonderful, and uniquely New York. Imagine a giant overflowing cabinet of curiosities and you're starting to get the picture. We're talking about everything from vintage subway tokens and old-school bodega signs to bizarre art installations and relics from forgotten businesses. Seriously, you could spend hours just digging through all the strange and wonderful stuff they have crammed into this place. It's like stepping into a time capsule, and you never know what you're going to find around the next corner. And the best part is, it's only $7 to get in, which is a steal for the sheer entertainment value. They also have free admission days, so check their website before you go. Now let's head back to Manhattan for a hidden gem that's truly in plain sight. Tucked away amidst the skyscrapers of the financial district, you'll find the elevated Acre, a secret park floating above the city streets. This place is a total oasis in the concrete jungle. Seriously, you step off the busy street, climb a hidden staircase, and boom, you're transported to this lush, green space with incredible views of the East River and the Brooklyn Bridge. Grab a bench, lay down a blanket, and escape the hustle and bustle below. It's the perfect spot to catch some midday sun, enjoy a picnic lunch, or just take a break from the city grind. And the best part, it's completely free. Pack a lunch, grab a book, and just chill. You can thank me later. Me. All right, guys, if you're like me, you love a good museum, but your wallet doesn't always agree. The Cloisters is here to save the day. Nestled in Washington Heights, it's like stepping into a time machine. Medieval art, architecture, and gardens, like Game of Thrones, minus the dragons. The best part, it's pay what you wish. Trust me, I've been there, done that. Weekdays are where it's at. Less people, more tranquility. The atmosphere is worth soaking in. Surrounded by centuries-old tapestries and sculptures, you feel history, escape the city and immerse yourself in another world. Let's talk about one of the most underrated experiences in New York City, the Roosevelt Island Tramway. Forget expensive tourist helicopters, this is the best way to see the city from above on a budget. A one-way ride is only $2.75 with a Metro card. You probably spend more on your morning coffee. Trust me, this isn't just any tram. It's like a flying living room with the best views in town. Hop on in Manhattan, soar over the East River, and enjoy panoramic city views. The best time to go, sunset, hands down. It's magical, I'm telling you. The Roosevelt Island Tramway, an affordable adventure with a new perspective on New York City. All right, I know what you're thinking. A cemetery? Seriously, Casey, but hear me out. Greenwood Cemetery isn't your typical graveyard. It's 478 acres of history, art and serene landscapes in Brooklyn. And the best part? It's free to enter. Wander through rolling hills, hidden ponds, and discover fascinating figures. Basquiat, Leonard Bernstein, Boss Tweed, they're all there. Join a free walking tour for history, art, nature, or ghost stories. Ditch the crowded museums. Take a peaceful historical walk at Greenwood Cemetery. All right, guys, we're hitting up the City Reliquary in Williamsburg. Think old subway tokens, vintage toys, weird signs. It's a trip down memory lane. $7 to get in, but keep an eye out for free admission days. This is like a museum curated by the city itself. You know how much I love finding those hidden gems. The old still has a story to tell. This is New York's soul on display. You won't regret this one. Back in Manhattan, we're hitting up the elevated Acre. This place is a secret garden in the sky, a green oasis smack dab in the middle of the financial district. And the best part, it's totally free. Seriously, you step off the street, take an escalator up, and boom, you're in a whole other world. Trees, grass, benches, even a lawn where you can chill out with a book. It's the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle, a little slice of tranquility in the concrete jungle. And you know me, I'm all about saving those dollars. Pack a lunch, grab a coffee, and have yourself a little picnic with a view. You can't beat that, right? Soak it all in, guys. This is what I'm talking about, finding those hidden gems that make New York City so damn magical. You're welcome. All right, we're heading uptown to the Cloisters. Now, this place is a branch of the Met, but trust me, it's a whole different vibe. We're talking medieval art and architecture tucked away in Fort Tryon Park. It's like stepping into a time machine. And here's the best part, it's pay what you wish. That means you can experience this incredible slice of history without breaking the bank. Pro tip, go on a weekday if you can. It's way less crowded and you can really soak in the atmosphere. Seriously, walking through those halls, checking out the tapestries and sculptures. It's like being transported back to medieval Europe. You can almost hear the knights and ladies chatting it up, you know? The Cloisters is proof that you don't need a time machine to escape the present. Just hop on the A train and let yourself get lost in the beauty and history of this place. It's a New York City experience you won't forget. All right, guys, buckle up because this next hidden gem is a serious trip. I'm talking about the Roosevelt Island Tramway. You might be thinking, a tram? Really, Casey? That's your hidden gem? Trust me on this one. First off, it's only $2.75 with a Metro card, which in New York City is practically unheard of. You get a coffee and a bagel and you're already pushing $10. But this is an experience. You hop in this futuristic-looking cabin and it whisks you up above the East River. Suddenly you're soaring above the city, looking down on the traffic jams and the yellow cabs that look like ants from up here. You get the most incredible views of the Manhattan skyline, especially around sunset. The whole ride only takes about 5 minutes, but those 5 minutes are pure magic. So ditch the subway for a day, grab your camera, and take a ride on the Roosevelt Island Tramway. You won't regret it. Okay, I know this one might sound a little morbid, but hear me out. Greenwood Cemetery isn't just any cemetery, it's a sprawling historic landmark, like an open-air museum with amazing views, beautiful landscapes, and a surprising sense of peace. This place is massive, over 478 acres, and it's the final resting place for a ton of famous people. We're talking Leonard Bernstein, Boss Tweed, even Louis Comfort Tiffany, the stained glass dude. Walking through here is like taking a crash course in New York City history. The best part? Entry is totally free. You can wander around for hours, exploring the winding paths, admiring the intricate mausoleums, and just escaping the hustle and bustle of the city. They even have free walking tours, so you can learn even more about the cemetery's crazy history. So ditch the crowded museums and overpriced tourist traps for an afternoon and discover the unexpected beauty of Greenwood Cemetery. You might even find some inner peace while you're at it. All right, if you're looking for something truly unique, something that screams only in New York, then you need to check out the City Reliquary. It's crammed full of quirky artifacts, weird souvenirs, and random ephemera that tell the story of New York City. We're talking old subway tokens, vintage photographs, even a giant cheese doodle sculpture. Located in Williamsburg, this place is a true hidden gem. You can easily spend a couple of hours here. The city reliquary is an experience you won't find anywhere else. It's a love letter to New York City, quirks and all. Picture this. You're in Wall Street, suits rushing by, skyscrapers piercing the sky, and you find a secret garden. Sounds too good to be true, right? But trust me, this is the elevated acre. Tucked away on top of a parking garage, this hidden oasis is like a breath of fresh air. Lush greenery, winding pathways, even a little lawn. And the best part, it's totally free. Now I know what you're thinking. Free? In New York City, what's the catch? The catch is you've got to be smart about it. Hit up a local bodega, grab some snacks, and have a DIY picnic. Boom, you're saving money and enjoying one of the city's best-kept secrets. This is what New York's all about, finding those little pockets of magic. So ditch the tourist traps, grab a blanket, and soak up the good vibes at the elevated acre. Okay, let's be real. Museums can be a total snooze fest. But guys, the Cloisters? This ain't your typical museum. Medieval art, sprawling gardens, and views that'll make you forget you're in Manhattan. Nestled in Fort Tryon Park, it's like stepping back in time. Centuries-old tapestries, intricate sculptures, and stained glass windows. Part of the Met with a pay-what-you-wish policy. Trust me, this is one museum you won't want to miss. Alright guys, forget the Empire State Building. Forget Top of the Rock. You got to take the Roosevelt Island Tramway. This isn't just some tourist trap, it's a legit mode of transportation. Imagine soaring high above the East River, the city skyline sprawled out before you. Swipe your Metro card and boom, you're on your way to Roosevelt Island. Trust me, this is one cheap thrill you won't forget. Alright guys, I know what you're thinking. A cemetery for fun and on a budget, but trust me on this one, Greenwood Cemetery is not your average graveyard. We're talking sprawling landscapes, rolling hills, freaking swans on a lake, and the best part, entry is totally free. Discover hidden mausoleums and learn about New York's history. Greenwood Cemetery, check it out. Okay, so you've wandered through a cemetery, you've saved a ton of cash. Let's talk about the city reliquary. This place is, in a word, bonkers. Imagine a museum curated by a pack of squirrels hopped up on caffeine. The city reliquary is crammed full of the weirdest, most wonderful stuff you've ever seen. At $7, it's practically a steal. Check their website for free admission days. This place is a goldmine for anyone who loves history, oddities, or just wants a break from the same old museum experience. You stumble upon a place like the City Reliquary that reminds you just how much this city has to offer. So there you have it, guys. 25 hidden gems in New York City that won't break the bank. From secret gardens to quirky museums, historical landmarks to breathtaking views, this city has something for everyone, no matter your budget. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed exploring these hidden gems in New York City without breaking the bank. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more budget-friendly travel tips. Now get out there and discover your own New York adventure.